Hey everybody, my name's Jen Yuchin, and this is Mixtape Emotions. For those of you who don't know, Mixtape Emotions is a weekly mixtape that I put out with 3 songs that I really connect to, can't stop listening to, and I explain why I like them and how they all fit into this list together, if they even fit into this list. But the real reason I put them together is because it's just a really dreamy 3-track list. The third one doesn't blend as well as the first 2, but they all do blend well together. The first song is kind of like slow and dreamy and kind of like not sad, but a little bit. And then the second song has like a little bit more life to it, ironically with the song name Back to Life. And then the third song is like a lot more poppy and happy, but they all kind of have like these somber undertone lyrics about not being able to be yourself, I guess, or just not being yourself. This week's playlist is called How Am I Not Myself? The title itself is a play on the movie I Heard the Huckabees, when they ask, how am I not myself, how am I not myself, how am I not myself, over and over again as like an exercise. Watch the movie, I don't remember. The first song is Drone by Chastity. The second song is Back to Life by Chiiild and Shungudzo. And the third is The Basement by Lunar Vacation. So the song Drone starts out just like very relaxed, very kind of like dreary, dreamy. It starts off with just like a simple beat and then it kind of gets a little magical. Then the girl starts singing and it's just a really relaxing song, and as it builds, it does very much so build to the point where the music's kind of the same, it's a little bit more intense, but the singing really intensifies. So I'm listening to this song and I'm reading the lyrics. He was just an illusion, stuck in my own bad air. I thought I had freedom, but I was stuck in. They say here to the right, the song is a reflection of incorrectly perceived and inauthentically executed freedom. In this life stage, choices were made that were without reason, that is to say, not free, not human, presumably in part because of an influence of a mansplaining male telling her what to do or how to be. She feels like a drone and being controlled. I wonder if that has to do with the music industry, or if it's like a personal relationship, or not romantic necessarily, but maybe just a personal relationship in her life. He was just another man trying to teach me something. And I'm not the most like ha-rah, men suck chick in the world. I'm very open and neutral on most things. But as a woman, men have definitely tried to implement themselves on you, and I really feel like it's something in their DNA where like you're maybe weaker or just smaller or more fragile, and they feel like they have to like teach you and protect you and nurture you, but sometimes it's like really arrogant. And the fact that this song says that, or she was being influenced by a mansplaining male telling her what to do or how to be, I feel like it's just really common, and people make fun of the term mansplaining, but it's just like so freaking real. So you might not know this, but my other channel is a gaming channel, and I am super into gaming, and I'm even in like lightly in the esports industry. So all the time, not necessarily in game does this happen to me. I've had a few jerks like on mic talking crap and just saying whatever they want, or like trying to get a reaction out of me. But typically if you just kind of like ignore it and then just play the game, they kind of like snap out of it. And I haven't necessarily been like harassed online or anything, but definitely like IRL in the world, I've been mansplained to, even by people that I love, especially with gaming stuff, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because that's kind of like my personal experience. Bottom line is, every chick, whether you deserved it or not, has been mansplained to, and it's really annoying. Moving on. I never expect much from anyone, so I'm never disappointed and I never have to trust. I feel like a lot of people can identify with this verse because we all just kind of like have to accept that bad things happen and set ourselves up for disappointment a little bit, and in result, avoiding the disappointment. I never expect anything from anyone, and I kind of am like not impressed by anything. Not like I'm so cool, but like I don't really put weight on things. It's just more like the individual. I think we all try to avoid disappointment by kind of like expecting the worst a lot of times, but that also creates a negative mindset sometimes. Next up, so the song Back to Life by Chiiild and Shungudzo. I'm gonna butcher that, I know it, I'm so sorry. Life keeps getting harder. I feel myself becoming like my father. I used to be a lover, not a fighter. Now I'm throwing fast words. I feel like with that, as much as we love our parents or not love our parents, we kind of like don't want to be them because we do want to be our own person. And you see everyone else's flaws, but not really yourself. So I understand, like, I see myself becoming like my father. Kind of like you feel yourself growing up and emulating things that you've seen your parents go through, and maybe you didn't understand it at the time, but now as you're getting older you kind of do understand it, and you kind of almost feel like them because you are a piece of them. It's your DNA. And then it's I used to be a lover, not a fighter. Now I'm throwing fast words. I feel like that's talking about like just the pressures of life and how it really weighs you down. And maybe if you like were kind of more relaxed, maybe you're a little bit more cynical as you're growing older, and you're getting triggered a little bit more easily, so you're throwing fast words, like you're just being cranky and just like not your best self. Chiiild and I wrote Back to Life on the day we met. We really bonded over being African artists who want to use music to tell stories about diversity, ask questions about humanity, and unify people over shared personal experiences. All of these themes are embedded in the lyrics of our song, and Chiild's music really complements it, being so uniquely genre-bending, still somehow reminiscent of something you've heard of or felt before. And I totally agree. Like, this song, it sounds like nothing I've ever heard in my life, but it's like, it just hits. If there's a God, I hope she's black, and when I die, she brings me back to life. And it's like this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chorus. It starts off with a gentleman singing, and then it's a girl singing, and both of their voices, his is like very deep and warm, and hers is very like soft and also warm. And if there's a God, I hope she's black, and when I die, she brings me back to life. And it's like, obviously you want to feel like God is close to you. You want to connect to your own God, and I just think when I die, she brings me back to life is kind of like, we all wish that, right? Life keeps getting harder. Come get me, darling. Come get me, darling. Oh, that's like a sweet ass part. Life keeps getting harder. Come get me, darling. It's like so cool the way they say it. They do it way better than I do. So they say pretty much the same shit the whole time. It's just a powerful song, and it kind of makes you feel like you're the one singing it, and not like you as you are now, but like it's almost like reading a story where you are the character. I feel like I'm the character in this song, like praying to my God and just trying to like feel okay. It's freaking dreamy, awesome, deep song. I really like it. Next. So our third song, The Basement, Lunar Vacation, is a much, much, much happier tune than, at least like melody-wise, than these other two songs. I feel like Drone was like really melodic and slow and deep but dreamy. Back to Life had a little bit more life in it, but it was still dreamy. And then The Basement's kind of like summer lovin', like feel free opening up. And I kind of like that for this playlist, because the whole playlist is about like kind of like coming into yourself and not being controlled by outside sources, and almost like blossoming. And I feel like this playlist in general kind of blossoms almost seamlessly. But Back to Life and The Basement kind of like aren't seamless, but it's okay, they flow. So looking at the lyrics for The Basement, Lunar Vacation, it doesn't have any explanation on the right-hand side of what it means, which some of them do and some of them don't on this website. So we'll go through the lyrics and I'll tell you what I think of it. So, the night's not over for a while, so what's the point of you leaving? A couple more just couldn't hurt. It's the same thing every week. It's embarrassing. It's hard to ignore the signs when your attention's placed on someone else. We'll talk for a while, I'm certain. Drowning, but it's not even worth it. It's getting late. I can't stay. I'll see you next weekend. Too tired to act like someone else tonight. It's nearly 3 a.m, and you don't ever stop and think. It's all meaningless. I can't breathe in this basement. It's hard to ignore the signs when your attention's placed on someone else. We'll talk for a while, I'm certain. Drowning, but it's not even worth it. It's getting late. I can't stay. I really want to go home. So I think this song is kind of about growing up and maybe growing apart from somebody. Like, maybe this person that you're with is still in the phase that they have been for a long time, and you're growing up and you're prioritizing different things, that it's all just meaningless. I can't breathe in this basement. Like, I don't want to hang out in your basement, dude. I want to go live life. Or girl, I don't know. It's hard to ignore the signs when your attention's placed on someone else. We'll talk for a while, I'm certain. Drowning, but it's not even worth it. It's getting late, I can't stay. Like, you just want to get out of this scenario, and maybe you like someone else who has a little bit more maturity. I don't know. That's what I think it's about. Could be totally wrong. So these are the 3 songs that I chose for this week. The links to these songs will be in the bio below. I'm going to put them there. I'm going to put their YouTube versions or their Spotify versions, whatever. It's a playlist about living by someone else's hand and not being your true self, or not being able to be your true self, and living against the world, I guess. If you liked it, please like it. Please comment what you thought about the songs, or if you have any songs that you would like to recommend to me. If you had any thoughts on what I've said or my thoughts on these songs, I would love to hear your opinions on them. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really like talking about music, so if you like listening, that's cool. This has been Mixtape Emotions with Jenny Yuchin. Thank you.